It's Saturday, October the 26th. I'm back in the tree where I killed that 140-inch 10-pointer last year, about 35 yards right behind me. It's my first sit in this stand. I'm kind of excited. I've tried to stay out of here until now, but again, I'm hunting public land, so I found out last night when I got up here to camp that there were some guys that come up here on Wednesday, and they were right here by my stand on Thursday morning. Things are just now starting to get pretty active, so I got the Matthews Triax all ready to go. By the way, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just doing this for fun. But for those of you who are curious what I use, I've got a Matthews Triax. I use Carbon Maxima arrows. I use Rage Hypodermics. And I've got a plethora of lighted nocks. Most of the time I use nocturnals, but I am trying out some Glory nocks. I have used Luminox, and I haven't decided which one I like the best. So, I'm going to get quiet here. I'm going to shut this off. Hopefully we see something today. I mainly come down here just to watch. But if the right opportunity comes, I'm not passing it up. So, it was clear last night when we got here. The stars were out, and this morning it's cloudy. We're expecting some rain this afternoon, so hopefully they'll be moving this morning. I did bust one out of the field walking back here, so like everybody else, you know, you just come in, read the sign, and do your best, and I'm going off of the information I had last year, so I've killed some nice deer back here. Most of the time people don't walk back here where I'm at, but you know, people are always exploring and looking, so that's the joy of public land. Anyway, wish us luck, man. Okay guys, it's 10 o'clock. We didn't see a deer, didn't even hear anything that sounded like a deer. I heard a bunch of turkeys way off in the distance, but they never came in. The only thing I saw was 2-3 raccoons, and if I saw one squirrel, I saw 20. So, it's about 10 o'clock. It got a little chilly. My ears got cold, and the back on the neck got cold, so I put this headscarf thing on. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just the average guy having fun and recording this stuff and putting it on YouTube just because it's fun. So, as you can see, I'm a big believer in set lock. I got their BE1 system, and here's something that's kind of cool. They put a seam in the elbow of this thing crossways so that when you draw back, it doesn't pull like, you know, most things pull and you're stretching. This thing just bends with you. It's so comfortable. They had to bow hunter in mind when they did this. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna shoot my black powder gun with my FTS on it, and put my Tacticams in it. I'm gonna see how that turns out. I'm kind of excited about that for gun season. That's what I'll be using. So whatever I see through my scope is actually what I'm going to be recording, crosshairs and all. So I'm going to get a preview of that today. I also want to show you a quick little thing on how I set this up, tree stand up in this little tree, and why I did what I did. Maybe it might help somebody, I don't know. But I will definitely be back down here later this afternoon. I've had a lot of luck in the evenings down here too, so I've seen several big deer down here before, and I've killed some decent deer down here, so this is kind of like one of my favorite spots. 2 years in a row, there's been nice deer taken from down here, and I was fortunate enough to take that 140 inch, like I said earlier, about 35 yards behind me from this tree. So I may have to move this stand depending on what I find out, but I'm not seeing the scrapes and stuff down here that I normally see. The acorns are falling like rain, so that's one of the reasons those deer are down here. But anyway, we'll see you back in this stand this evening. But again, like I said, I'm going to show you a quick little thing about how I set this tree stand up and why. Okay guys, so my little setup tip, as you can see, I'm in a shaggy bark hickory tree. It's not real big. I used 20-foot sticks. Last year I had 25-foot sticks in this tree, but I grabbed the wrong ones, and it is what it is. It's alright, it still worked out okay. So my little tip is, if you look right over my shoulder here, I left some branches up behind me. Yes, they could be in the way, but it helps kind of break up my outline if the deer are way out there in front of me looking back. The other thing I did, instead of trimming the branches as I was coming up, I positioned my ladder where I could kind of work around them, and I left them where they're right at the bottom of my tree stand. Watch this. I literally can step on these things from right here at my stand. They are literally right underneath my stand. I did that on purpose. If I'm sitting here, I can shoot just above them, but if I stand, if the deer are 25 yards or closer, they have to look through all that stuff to see me. So it just helps, another way to break up my outline. If I stand up, they're not a worry at all, but I've got this stuff behind me. So it's just two different things to help break up my outline while I'm sitting in the stand. So try that when you do your setup. Let me know how it works out for you. Cold. Hey guys, we're at the range. I'm going to sight in my black powder gun. I put the FTS on it. So the FTS literally stands for film through scope. So whatever you see in your scope is what you're filming through a series of mirrors into your Tacticam camera. So I'm going to try and use that this year while I'm deer hunting. A pretty neat little invention. I think it's going to change the way we record some of the stuff and put it on the channel. So I've got mine set up to the left hand side because this thumb trigger, to cock it back, I'm right-handed, so it'd kind of be in the way if I had it the other way. So I'm going to take a few shots, I'm going to record them, and maybe you guys can go check these out too. I think they're pretty cool. So I'm using Tacticams anyway, might as well have that too. Done. I'll trust that wiggle. Hey guys, I'm running a little behind. As you can see by my nose, that FTS got me the very first shot. It's my fault, but it got me. You lose about 1.5 inches of eye space, eye relief, when you put that on your bow or on your scope, but it's really, really cool. I made 4 shots. I'll show you some of the footage, or you've seen some of the footage rather. So now I'm running behind. I'm trying to get to the stand, so there will not be an in the stand interview. I'm going to get in the stand and I'm going to hunt. So wish me luck. first thing you should always do is put your safety harness on when you get up in this tree. If you don't have one of those that has you hooked from the ground all the way up, as soon as you climb up in this thing, that should be the first thing you do. Life's short enough without it being your fault. Well, this day is a wash. Literally, it's raining. At least I got my scope zeroed in on my gun. I'm ready for rifle season when it gets here. I'll hunt here in the morning. Maybe I'll see something. I have faith in this spot, really, but I still have yet another stand that I haven't walked to since I put it up. So I'll hunt tomorrow morning and pack up camp, and then I'm gonna head home, and then I come back up for a week on the following Friday. So that's when it's crunch time for me. Be right in the heart of the pre-rut activities, so the deer be running around stupid, and hopefully I'm in the stand when they do it. So it's time to go back to camp, build a fire, have some dinner, maybe a few beverages, and get ready to do it all again in the morning. Hopefully we can slip out of here without bumping anything. So we'll see you in the morning, folks. Well, guys, as you can see, camp's been pretty busy this week. I didn't get up this morning. I had some back issues, so I just stayed in bed. My wife got up this morning. She went to the stand and she saw one deer. I got up this morning and there was some guys here from Wisconsin, and they were pulling stands out. They've been down there where I've been, or close to it, and that would kind of explain a few things. But so if you look over my shoulder back here, there's lots of campers. We pulled in here Friday night and campground was pretty full, so which is kind of, it's that time of year, so it's going to start getting busier. Good old public land hunting. But I'll come back up Friday and I'll be here for a week, so hopefully we'll get some good footage then. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. See you next time.